Start. I'm just going to get started. I'm nowhere near ready. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here, girl. We don't have nothing to talk about, but evidently there is a APB out on all the housewives because they getting escorted off of planes. They getting arrested for grand larceny. They said the other day Mia got arrested for grand larceny, about $11,000 of stolen furniture. Apparently, she had moved out under the guise of night from a furnished rental and took all of the furniture, including the television, and it's someplace in storage. And apparently, Gordon has the key, according to Mia, what she was saying. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. So Gordon has a key. Who took the lady's furniture? And Mia was just, it's so crazy. It is so crazy when you revel in someone's misfortune, how the misfortune comes back and says, well, let's teach you the lesson now. And last week or a week ago or whenever Wendy got arrested, Mia was online talking about what happened to Miss 4 Degrees. Well, what happened to the CEO with her briefcase and her blazer and her empty briefcase and all them post-it notes on the desk? What happened to her? I'm telling you, these people, when I tell you these people are not, I feel like a qualifier for a housewife. I need to see your tax returns. I need to see your tax return. I'm sorry. Shout out to Rodney the Voice. Oh, this is his merch too. Release him back to the community. Um, he said I call Potomac slow Tomic, and he calls it poor Tomic. And he calls it poor Tomic because the girls be, getting Groupon deals to whirl around a puddle on a little paddle boat with some Wawa sandwiches and some juice boxes and a little cookie in a plastic bag. You get one little single cookie in a plastic bag, like they went on a motherfucking third grade field trip. So the girls, they've been calling the girls poor. Look at Giselle, look at Karen, look at all the women came on there lying about who they were, lying about, their status, clearly lying about their status at the bank. What's your status at the bank, girl? So Mia got a mug shot, Wendy got a mug shot, Karen got a mug shot. Who else got a mug shot from Potomac? Girl, they running neck and neck with Atlanta. Nene got a mug shot, Marlo got a mug shot, Porsha got a mug shot. Porsha was escorted off the plane the other day. I didn't really talk about it at all. I haven't talked about it at all because I wanted to see how the story was going to develop, because Porsha has a pattern of behavior, so I need to see the evidence. Girl, why did the white lady say she felt like Porsha was going to kill her? Girl, when I tell you, when white women see a police officer, they believe that the police officer is there for them, like I'm able to weaponize this police officer, because history has proven that when the police officer shows up, the story changes. The woman falls out, she faints, she gets more dramatic as the story goes on. I do believe that Porsha came on to the airplane with the sound up, disrupting the passengers in earshot. I don't want to hear what's going on your Instagram. Why don't you have earbuds on? Why do you feel entitled to be disruptive in any public space? Why do you feel entitled to that? It's always weird. But Porsha is an attractive person, so people empower her to feel entitled to things that she should not feel entitled to. I do believe that the lady asked her, am I going to have to listen to that all day? Am I going to have to listen to that all night? There is a way that she could have asked her, ma'am, do you have earbuds? Because I would have asked her, do you have earbuds? That's what I would have asked her, because it's kind of disruptive. And I would have said, I have my earbuds on and I can still hear your phone. So do you think you can put some earbuds on to maybe quiet, to be less disruptive? Whatever. There's a way you can ask. And Porsha felt like the woman didn't ask in the right way. Basically, I'm on this plane being disruptive. You better ask me nicely to turn my shit down, or else I'm gonna get beside myself. We know Peach Juice has a anger management issues, so you really have to um, you really have to get the evidence in, especially someone with a pattern of behavior. You just don't take their word. Porsha is a sociopathic, narcissistic liar. I'm not going to automatically believe her. Sorry, I'm just not, especially with the pattern of behavior. Not just because she's a woman and not just because she's black. But in a situation where it's a white woman and a cops get involved, you know how they like to act. And the woman actually fell into her socialization when she actually felt like her life was in danger over a phone being on, and somebody slapping a phone. The woman said that Porsha slapped the phone out of her hand, and the phone went sliding down the aisle. The stewardess could not help her because the plane was in takeoff. Porsha was the last one on the plane, late, thinking everybody should wait for her. Again, entitlement. There's a lot of things. I want to be fair in like what I'm seeing and the information that's being brought to me, but I'm not going to not dismiss the pattern of entitled behavior from this person. And then she says that when the lady told her, bitch, who are you talking to? When Porsha asked her, this is according to Porsha, because they got both sides. According to Porsha, when the woman told her that am I going to have to listen to that? Porsha says, well, you could have asked a little bit more nicely. And then the woman said, bitch, who are you? Or something like that. And then Porsha said, well, ooh, get her away from me. I don't know. Ooh, get her away from me. And then when Porsha was like, oh, like she remembered something else, I was like, girl, I was like, girl. And then the white woman, she was like, is she gonna have my information, because I feel like she wanted to kill me. Girl, you ODing now, like calm down, like you doing the most now. Like to me, that's when you white lady, you losing credibility, because there's no way in that short amount of time in that interaction, and you sat with her next to her. They said, did they move the lady to a different aisle? Where did they move the lady? Because apparently the lady was moved. I saw one witness account, which brings me back to Salt Lake City, where there's no witness accounts of it. No eyewitness accounts, nobody recording their phone. I saw one witness account that said, and I don't know if the person was actually a witness, because people will just say anything for attention, but the person who left the comment said that they were on the plane. They could not hear what was happening, and if there was any disruption, Delta kept it to a minimum, because they didn't feel like there was any kind of disruption on the plane. And then apparently there are some other accounts that I have not seen yet, but some other accounts that says, corroborates Porsha's story. I can't read the comments, because the comments, because the woman is a white lady, the comments are already in the vortex of blackness, and then using that. And then the lady, when she said her life was at danger, that's when everybody was like, oh, like, girl, now you doing the most. We understand. I was with the lady up until, because actually, if you listen to Porsha's account and the white woman's account, their stories were the same up until the point of the altercation, right? Up until the point where she said that Porsha slapped it out of her hand. Porsha says that the lady dropped her phone. She said she did not slap it out of her hand. She dropped her phone, and then the phone fell in the aisle. So I'm not sure where they were sitting. Were they facing this way towards the aisle or this way towards the aisle? I'm not sure. But the comments, of course, are not on the white lady side, because girl, you lost. I think you lost probably everybody when you said that you felt your life was in danger, because girl, give me a fucking break. But I wasn't inclined to automatically believe Porsha. No, she does not have a pattern of behavior that leads me to automatically believe her. I am someone, when it comes to Porsha Guabadia, I'm gonna be I need to see. I need to wait for more evidence. I need the story to develop. I do, because I know how people act with the halo effect when it comes to Porsha. They're like, eyes wound up, enamored, nothing. She can't do any wrong. So I have to wait until, so I can't listen to anybody's account or anybody's opinion about it. I got to see the shit for myself. So that's what happened with Porsha. And then Mia, she gets arrested. Mia Thornton. She gets arrested. But that's what I said. I said about about Porsha, like, why do you feel entitled to come on an airplane? That's anyone. Anyone. That's anyone. If Porsha was a man getting on the plane with her, with his music loud, people would be like, yeah, turn it down and blah blah blah, and people would understand. But there's something about an attractive woman, that is able to. It's just attractive people that are able to, slither in and out of things because of their attractiveness. So let's see. Do you guys want to hear what Porsha? Let's see. Let's hear what Porsha said, and then we'll move to Mia. Porsha Williams. And all Portia's gonna do is be like, "Hey, look over here. See my butt? Are you guys distracted yet?" Okay, so here's her account.
So the lady who was sitting next to me, I was on my phone, and the volume was up on the phone, and she turned to me out of nowhere and she said, "So you're gonna make me listen to that double flight?" And I said, "Well, do you want to?" And she said, "No." And she said, listen to what? Am I gonna make her listen to my phone? Oh, okay. Yeah. So I said, "This is before we took off." Yes, even before we took off. So you guys were in Las Vegas when that happened? Yes. Yeah. The plane was on the ground? Yes. The door was shut? Was okay. No, the door wasn't shut. People were still boarding. People were still boarding. Oh, okay. Texting me. Okay, I couldn't tell. Okay. So she was like, are you gonna make me listen to that the whole time? I said, "Well, do you want to?" And she said, "No." I said, "Well, that was a nicer way to say that." And she said, "Bitch, you don't tell me bitch." And I was like, "Are you okay?" "I'm okay." "I'm okay." I'm just telling him what happened. I'm so sorry. It's all right. If there's anything I can do. Yeah. You were sitting near us? I was. Yeah, I was just telling him. I was there and I heard it was unreprehensible. The woman got in your face and gave you the middle finger. Yeah. And was doing things that were completely chaotic. She was. She I'm sorry. I'm embarrassed. I'm so sorry. It's all right. That's why I'm asking if you're. Yes, no, I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be. I mean, I don't know what she's claiming. She's gonna press charges saying that I hit her. I'm like, I did not hit you. I mean, you want to continue? You want to continue, man? Sorry. Can you excuse me? Okay. Can I get your information? You get your information as a witness? Sure. Yeah, please. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Absolutely. I was sitting 2 rows back. She did not touch me. No, that's what I'm saying. You saw everything happen? Yes. The guy's seat had his seat reclined before the flight even took off, and I saw the entire gap. She did not touch me. You didn't touch her. Oh, she's screaming. You hit me in my face. I can tell you. She did not. I could see her. I can write my info down if you want. Okay. How are you doing, ma'am? I'm not very good, sir. And you? Good. I'm Officer Burman. I work at the Atlanta Police Department. Great. So I heard about.
She looks like Sonia Morgan.
Side of the story. Well, I didn't hear my side of the story first, sir. Well, I had another officer. Oh, okay. Well, spoke to you, but I just want to hear it personally. Do you think it's proper to me tell you the whole story where everybody's sitting around here? They can all hear it? No, ma'am. If you want to be private. I think we should be private, okay, sir. This is an assault matter. You want to come over? Yes. I was sitting in my seat. She was the last passenger to come on board. So when she came on board, she said, "I'm in that seat." I said, "No problem." I jumped up, got far away from her so she had plenty of room. She had to put stuff in the upstairs. I understand that. Took plenty of time. Sit back down. We never spoke other than that. And after about 25 minutes of her on Instagram, full blast, every time she would flip, because apparently it was from a loud place. I jumped because it was so loud. So I waited 25 minutes, give her time, let her do whatever she needed to do. And then I said, "Am I going to have to listen to that the whole time?" And she said, "Do you like it?" And I said, "No." And she said, well, I don't like the way you asked me. I said, don't put this on me. And the next thing I know, there was a fingernail so close to my eye that I thought I was going to be physically attacked. She had her, I don't want to do it to you, sir. She had her hands in my face, screaming, calling me crazy, on and on and on. So now the flight attendants can't come help me because they're strapped in for this takeoff. My phone is sitting against my leg on on my lap. So I take it to video to try and protect myself. And as soon as I go like this, she takes her hand and goes like that and throws my phone. And everybody sees the phone go down the end of the whole airplane. And the flight attendant told me he saw her knock it out of my hand. And that's
So we need to talk to the flight attendant.
Years old. So she actually knocked the phone off you? You're damn right she did. Okay. I didn't drop it. All right. Here's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid she's going to have me killed.
See, that's where you fucked up.
Can you write me a statement for what happened?
Have you killed? She don't even know you, lady.
Can you just drop it down on this bit of paper? You want to sit somewhere private over here? What happened?
What happened? I agree with Funky Daniva's statement. Let me just say this. Be a good global citizen. Do not talk on speakerphone in public. It's rude and inconsiderate. On another note, on that note, the woman was being a Karen and it's doing way too much. I agree. Like the interaction would have never occurred if we start at A. First of all, if we start at A, you shouldn't have been in her seat. That's number one. You shouldn't have been in her seat. Excuse me, that's my seat. You already fucking up because you in somebody else's seat. That's my seat, ma'am. All right, I move out the way. Now you got your phone on. So can you turn your phone off? That's it. Now the two people came off of the plane. I didn't see that. I didn't see that. I only saw that one. It was like a written statement. So the people said that they were able to see because the other guy's seat was leaned back and she did not hit her. So Porsha did not hit the lady. The lady, obviously, Porsha says the lady phone fell out of her hand and fell down the aisle. So we gonna see what's gonna happen, honey. Because when the first story first broke, I was like, you know how Porsha used to say her and Simon used to always get stopped at the airport, and she didn't know why. Girl, you knew why. So for me, it's all about like your pattern of behavior, and then me being able to be like, okay, let me hear the rest of the story because you got a pattern of behavior, sister. So we got to hear what the other side had to say. But Karenika, you messed up by saying you felt like she's gonna have you killed. She doesn't know you. She doesn't have the flight list of who's all in the plane. You're just whatever seat number you are. That's who you are. 37B, whatever. So let's read some of the comments. Her telling the police she thinks Porsha is going to have her killed is the biggest issue here. Like, why would you say that? I can only imagine officers' brains trying to discern situations like this. This is why I have a hard time trusting white people or of a certain age in the South. You see how easy it was for her to say that she was afraid Porsha would. Why do y'all keep saying unalive? Like, my son was just talking about that yesterday because I was watching something and the person kept saying unalive, unalive, unalive. And my son was he was in the living room. I was in the kitchen. He was in the living room. He was like, unalive, unalive. He's like, there are other words. You don't have to start a new phrase to to substitute because of the algorithm, right? And it's like another language has formed out of being trying to get past the algorithm of the community guidelines. Saying it over and over and over again, some people feel like it messes up their monetization. Y'all will be surprised. As much as I talk shit, my video, I know you see ads on my videos, right? Right, right, right. You understand what I'm saying? You can cuss. You can if you use a certain word over and over again, that's when you get like I had a video that was tagged 18 and over because I was saying PUSSY a couple of times. You understand what I'm saying? But like, even with the, making up words for pregnancy terminations. You see, right? Or making up words for adult films. See, see how I did that? Do you see how I did that? I'm not saying I'm not substituting the word for a with a entirely different word when there are other words to describe what you're trying to describe. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? There's no reason for you to say corn when the word triple X or the phrase adult films exist. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's so annoying to me, but I know why people do it, but just in two comments the word was used again, right? And I'm saying it here. She said Porsha, she was afraid for her life or something like that, right? You don't have to say unalive. I'm afraid she's gonna kill me. Girl, ain't nobody gonna kill you over a phone. Why would you be afraid? I'm gonna ask her, why are you afraid that she would kill you? What did you say to her? What did you say to her that you're afraid that she would kill you? That's what I would have asked her if I was a cop. Did you say something? What made you think that she's gonna kill you? What gave you that impression? What did she say? Like, that's where you took it too far. Like, girl, that's too much. I'm afraid she's going to have me killed. After a small scenario like that screams racism, Karen, and prejudice. That's where you're going to lose everybody. Right. She wanted her story to be heard first. I caught that too. That's what sometimes I say. Why didn't you hear my side of the story first, sir? Let's get back to the mess, girl. And so white women are the biggest threat to society. White women like her are the biggest threat to society. I'm not going to hold y'all. Y'all loud phones get on my nerves too. I think it's terribly rude to get on the phone. I don't want to hear what's going on in your phone, just like I don't want to see what's going on in your phone. Please have a screen protector on your phone to where if you're looking at my phone from the side, you can't see. I don't have the reflector on my phone. I just recently changed it. I got to change this one again because this one done cracked already. Um, Now, Karen, ain't nobody gonna have you killed. Again, that's Sherelle. That's where you lose. That's where you lost everybody, lady. So let's get to Mia. So now Mia Thornton, she was arrested, right? Okay. Y'all let me know what you think about the psychopath, not psychopath, sociopath, Porsha, um, and her recent altercation on the airlines. Okay, first let's listen to Mia talking shit about Wendy Osefo.
Like the only ones who is like, I'm so proud. What she said was, God has you covered, right? So this is, I need a second because I get it. I opened my phone. I had no idea what was even going on, and I'm like, I'm shocked. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm very, very shocked because I felt Miss 4 Degrees had it together. Okay? I thought she had it together. I mean, isn't Eddie an attorney, for heaven's sakes? Like, what the? She's one of the very only, like, the only ones who is like, I'm so proud. What she said was, God has you covered, right? So this is, I need a second. I get.
Ain't it funny how the tables turn now? Fast forward 5 weeks. That was 5 weeks ago. That was just a month and a week ago, girl. And here it goes. When I tell you that boomerang be like, let me come back. I got something else to say. I got something else to teach you, girl. Here you go.
You want to grab your shoes on? Yes, ma'am.
It says Mia Thornton arrested at Atlanta airport for larceny. Allegedly stole $11 worth of furniture and electronics.
Relax a second. Relax. You want your hands this way, or you want your hands turn this side? You probably want this way. What's the way more comfortable? Okay. Let's. Okay. All right. That's fine. We'll go that way.
She's breaking down. Baby, when them handcuffs gone, you feel like you about to fall. Oh, girl, let me tell you something. I told y'all the story about how I had a failure to appear, and When they put handcuffs on me, bitch, I felt like I felt like my knees were like melted. I felt like I wanted to faint. Because immediately when they put them handcuffs on me, I just started thinking about my sons. That's it. That's all I was thinking about. They were at school at the time. Luckily, my god brother went and got them. Everything was arranged, and I was bailed out by the end of the night. I did not spend the night in jail, girl. We don't spend the night in jail, girl. Hell no. But it was for a failure to appear because I had passed the school bus. I told y'all the story. I just told y'all the story of a few months ago. I had passed the school bus and I got a failure to appear, and I went to court for something else. And then they were like, they asked me to come to the back, and I was sitting in the chair. And then they came out and they were with handcuffs, and I was looking like, oh, who they about to put handcuffs on, girl? You. I was like, oh Lord, Jesus God, Jesus God. And then that's when I knew. I was like, there's just something about Atlanta and the South that I feel like they want every nigga in the system. Some by hook or crook, we gonna get all you motherfuckers in the system. That was the day I knew. I was like, I gotta go. I gotta get the fuck up out of here, because I have lived in Los Angeles my whole life, girl, and I have not been in no holding cell, no nothing. And I come to the South, and I only been here what? How many years had I been there? Probably about four, maybe 4 years at the time. I can't remember what year that was. I was like, y'all not gonna get me in the system out in this motherfucking no, 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 you not. I do my best to stay out of systems that this patriots, especially in this god-forsaken shithole country, third world country. I just don't, especially in the south of this third world country. I do not want to be put into any systems. Yes, when they slapped them damn handcuffs, I was just like, I literally felt like I literally felt like I was about to faint, because I just started thinking about my kids. When she started whimpering, I was like, girl, I know what it's like, girl, to be whimpering about some shit because you're thinking about everything. I don't know what she's thinking about. I was thinking about my kids, like, oh my God, my kids, my children. They know the whole story, honey. Because it wasn't a big deal. It was a failure to appear for passing the school bus, bitch. You hear her crying. I said, that was me, girl. When they put you hear the handcuffs. Get to the pharmacy, I'll take my call for you so you can relax a little bit, right? We'll probably be at our precinct for probably about 20 minutes or so I can finish doing my paperwork thing, and then we'll head out, okay? All right, buddy. Okay. Go ahead this way. But Atlanta is the home of the scammer, so. All right, bro, take care. They walking her down the hall, girl. Who is she with? Did you by any chance share that information with the no. I didn't go over. I just had somebody else go out there. Is it possible to like call him? He has the storage key. Still got him number. Or is he still in the airport? You probably left. Yeah, we're Smith's call. Yeah, I just want him to go put that furniture back. So you still have the furniture. So you stole the furniture. So you knew what the fuck you was doing. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why you got, even with the story with Porsha, I gotta hear everything, because you broads are fucking posers, losers, posers, liars, scammers, scamming people, stealing from people. Like your characters, I don't give a fuck what you look like, girl. Your characters are shady as fuck. You bitches are shady. I gotta hear all the evidence. I'm not going on your identity. I'm not. I gotta hear everything. Y'all have a pattern of behavior. Y'all some scamming assholes. You didn't rent it. You rented a condo, then broke the lease, and then stole her furniture and the television, and you still have it, to the point where we can just call, no bitch, The thing has already been filed. There's already a warrant out. You giving us the key to go get the stuff, maybe she'll drop it. And knowing Atlanta, they'll pick it up. They, whatever way they, in the South especially, whatever way they can get y'all in the motherfucking system to have you as a free labor back into enslavement, they gonna figure out a fucking way. That's why I said I gotta get the fuck out the South, baby, because this ain't for me. This shit ain't for me. Them mother, I don't. You be trying to stay on the outside. You stay on the outside of the law. You understand what I'm saying? You stay on the outside of it. Stay on the outside of that system. But it's so many, there's so much shit in place, girl, to put you back in that system, especially in the South. I ain't fucking with it. I'm cool. I'm cool on this entire country. Honestly, I am. Like, and it's so. I remember it was a teacher, Mr. Flowers. I'll never forget him. My English teacher in college. I'll never forget him. He was the one, Mr. Flowers and Mr. Aaron. I've mentioned them before because those two, it was a white man and a black man. Mr. Aaron went to Cuba when nobody was able to go to Cuba. So I was impressed and I wanted to hear everything he had to say. Him and Mr. Flowers opened my eyes to what the United States and who they really are. When they share, both of them, it was Mr. Aaron. He shared with us about the School of Americas and how uh, these terrorists that they have you afraid of, and and having you sit in your xenophobia. They train them. A lot of them motherfuckers come to the United States and get trained, and then they're in cahoots with the United States. And when they're no longer in cahoots with the United States, all of a sudden now they're an enemy and now they're terrorists and blah blah blah. But the real terrorist is the United States government, and that's the truth. The real shithole country is the United States. When people are traveling for medical tourism and stuff like that, they can go across the country, go across the globe, and get comprehensive medical insurance. And this is supposed to be the free country. They have everyone duped. This is not the best country in the world. This is not. You can even go to the top 10 safest countries of the world. United States is not on there. They're not even in the top 15. They're not even on there. And when you tell people you want to go to live in a different country, you want to move abroad, they try to instill all this fear in you. These motherfuckers, school shootings every week, random shootings in malls, crime, the damn United States government filled with criminals, felons, unscrupulous people. And you gonna tell me I need to be afraid of the motherfucking cartel in Mexico? The cartel is sitting in the fucking White House, bitch. That's who the cartel is, a white male heterosexual Christian, honey. That's who the motherfucking cartel is. If you haven't read a history book, girl, let's get back to this damn weirdo. That was it. Some of the things. Them Potomac girls don't care nothing about going to jail. Shout out to Oliver Twix, Brooke Ashley with the emoji, Sky Santana, all the girls at the front. We'll see. Mia had thought. Well, see, Mia had thought about robbing Peter to pay Paul, but Peter Thomas is already in jail, so she had to go the traditional route. Wasn't she just mocking Wendy? Life comes at you fast. Are we not seeing the bigger pictures? These housewives are fighting so hard to uphold and maintain a certain level of stature that they are willing to sacrifice their own freedoms to maintain proximity. It's just sad because it's starting to become a pattern with the black housewives and basketball wives the most. A lot of them. She was just laughing at Wendy. Woo, that karma is crazy and quick. RHOP, Real Housewives of Prison. I keep saying it. I keep telling y'all it's Andy. He's an informant. Stolten, no. You can't be an inform. You can't be an inform. So you saying Andy is snitching on the people? You can't be an informant of somebody who ain't commit no crime, girl. Girl, if, stop committing crimes. I don't have to inform anybody, girl. Simple as that. Just simple as that. But that last comment is right. These girls are trying to keep up appearances. They're trying to be make it seem like they have more than what they actually have. And Wendy is a testament to that. Porsha is a testament to that. Porsha is literally squatting in that man's house. Girl, she has to figure out. She's gonna have to figure out something. She's gonna have to find a new motherfucker to lay under. She's gonna have to be for a hoe for somebody else because she could only be there for 3 years. She over there squatting in that man's house. Thought she was about to get a payday. You over there scamming, Wendy over there scamming, insurance allegedly insurance fraud, Karen driving drunk. Who else? Who else? We already got Jen Shaw. She they said she coming out. But all of these women they're trying to keep up appearances. They're trying to maintain a lifestyle that they cannot maintain. And instead of living within your means, I feel like you come off richer living within your means than you do with living out of your means. You understand what I'm saying? Like for me, I there was somebody was talking about it. I think it was shout out to Bondi Blue. They was talking about Coach. Y'all frowned on Coach, right? Y'all was trying to go out and get the monogram, everything, the Louis bags, the Gucci bags. Y'all was frowning on Coach. Y'all acted like Coach was for broke women when Coach makes the better leathers, honey. Y'all talked about shout out to Dooney and Burke. Y'all remember Dooney and Burke? I have a Coach wallet that I've had for probably more than 5 years, and it is in great shape. The leather is great. I just said I gotta re up because I gotta re up the design because they have a new design for the design that I have. Coach camera bag. I, that's within my means. If I want affordable, luxury, good leather, long lasting items, I'm gonna go to the Coach store. Do you hear me? I'm gonna go to Coach because I know that I can have something and that leather will wear down. It'll be so soft and it'll look so nice. You understand what I'm saying? I have a really cute Coach purse that I was like, I'm about to because I have my share of designer purses, and as I'm decluttering I'm like which ones do I want to keep all of them, but do I want to sell? But it's one of the Coach purses that I want to share. It's like a camera bag. It's like a square camera bag. It's right there. But to me, if I'm living within my means, I'm going to buy what I can afford. I'm not going to buy what I can't afford because it's unsustainable. You cannot keep that up. I'm going to work within my means. I'm going to stay in my lane. My lane is the Coach lane. I'm in the Coach lane. Right? I have no problem with that. I like have no problem with that. I'm not trying to impress anyone. I'm not. I'm so far out of that mind frame, girl. I am. I remember finding a Gucci purse in a thrift store. Hell yeah, I still have it. It's just a small brown little what do they call them? Well, not to be compared to the Speedy. I have a Speedy bag, a Louis Vuitton Speedy bag, the Speedy 30. It's a little brown, like a champagne brown, old Gucci little handbag. It's real little. It's real cute. I haven't taken that bag out of its storage in I don't know how many years. It's been years. Stay within your means. Stop buying all this shit that you can't afford. Scamming to get shit. Now I can see if you have like somebody who can get a deal on some stuff, then I can see that. Like that was back in the day. People had access to Gucci, Louis Vuitton, and stuff like that. But Prada bags. I used to have this cute crossbody Prada bag, cute, like a nylon crossbody, very very cute. Back that was back in the day. Yeah, I'm gonna be, I feel like you come off as, I would rather be seen as comfortable, living comfortably, like still enjoying the fruits of my labor by buying things that I consider luxury for me. But I want something that's going to last. I want something that I can have and keep over time, not something that's so trendy that I'm going to have to put it away after a while because we really ain't rocking like that anymore. But stay within your means. Like I don't understand what these women want to do. I feel like you shouldn't be allowed on the Housewives until you are, I want to see your tax return, and are you able to charter a yacht on your own. That's your qualifications for being a housewife. Tax returns, live in the area, be a friend to one of the women for more than 5 years, and can you charter a yacht? If you cannot charter a yacht, you should not be a housewife. And unfortunately, it's the black women, right? Who else is scamming? Teresa Judice was scamming, but the Potomac, Wendy, Mia, and Karen. What are the odds? What are the odds? What are the odds? We ain't never caught Nene in no goddamn scam. I feel like Nene is a girl who lives within her means. I feel like she is. I feel like she is. Like I have to live within the means that I'm able to sustain. If I'm not a housewife anymore, I should be able to continue to afford my lifestyle without having to reduce your life to stealing furniture, my nigga. Was it that nice? Why you just didn't ask the lady if you can buy it? Oh, you don't have the money to buy it. That's why you stole it. Some people have the money to buy it and they still will steal it. They still will steal it. Boom. I got 5 minutes. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about Porsha and Mia. Um, I don't have any updates on Wendy, but I know Wendy is over there looking like, girl, you was just laughing at me. That's why you got to be careful. You cannot, there's like being happy someone got caught for doing something, but there's being happy that, like, reveling. We make our jokes, right? We've been making our jokes and stuff like that. But you're like, Miss 4 degrees, you would make, that was 5 weeks ago. I'm sure that stuff was in storage 5 weeks ago. So while you had stolen furniture in a storage unit, you was had your face, all your screw, your jigsaw face all in the camera, talking about it's 4 degrees. Like that's when people are like, how audacious is that? You talking shit with a storage bin full of stolen furniture, you stupid ass bitch. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. All I can say is stop trying to keep up with the Joneses because you'll end up like Wendy. Insurance fraud. Girl, y'all gotta be smarter than that. And you're only doing it to keep up an appearance. And I feel like the people at Bravo are just looking like we just gonna let this shit play out. This is isn't this reality TV? But y'all not living your real lives and you're breaking laws in order to sustain your lifestyle. That's not it, boo. I don't know what kind of example you want to set for your children or be an influencer to people. I'm not I'm looking at you crazy now. And then how dumb are y'all, Wendy and Eddie? I'm just thinking like y'all sending emails. Ain't you a lawyer, my nigga? Like what? Why wouldn't you know you're not doing something right? Why are you creating a paper trail? That's why I said that's how you know they're not really criminals because a criminal would be like, what the fuck are you? Why are you sending me that? I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? That's the only thing. I'm not gonna. I would have responded even if I did give him the Chanel shoes. I would have responded to the email like, "No, those weren't stolen. They weren't stolen. There's nothing else." And you answering? Are you answering the emails, Wendy? Like, what do y'all be thinking? Y'all not thinking, and that's what happens when people are desperate. I remember working in the Salvation Army and this woman saying to me, like, when you're desperate for something, you really make poor decisions. You really make poor decisions because you're in like an irrational survival mode, and so you're making poor decisions. Wendy making poor decisions. Um, Karen drunk driving. I honestly do not understand the level of adoration that Karen has been lying about her life from the season one, episode one. I do not understand why people love Karen Huger so much. I don't get it. I honestly do not get it. Like the cheering and the clapping. This lady she could have killed somebody. She is incredibly arrogant and irresponsible. And what you do when you uplift people like that, it feeds into that little narcissism that they already have to feel entitled to get behind the wheel of the car and you cannot drive. You mowing over squirrels, rolling up trees, your car's catching on fire. You literally could have killed someone. And then she gets a roar of applause when she comes out on stage. This woman could have killed your fucking family member. And y'all cheering her? I don't understand it. And I really feel like it's like, doo, 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 doo. It's like wound up eyes. That's the only thing that I can attribute to it is the halo effect. I Please explain to me can't the adoration. I don't get it. I like that's something I'm just like I be feeling like I'm nuts over here because I'm like, why is there a roar of applause for this for a drunk driver? Since when do we applaud drunk drivers? What? What the fuck? When do we applaud scammers? Unless they scamming over them, unless they getting over on the motherfucking man, on the man. I don't have. I'm looking at everybody like, girl, what is going on? Why did y'all cheer so loudly for a drunk driver? Where is Moms Against Drunk? Where is Mad? Y'all not mad anymore? I don't understand. I don't understand. Anyways, I gotta go. Y'all let me know what you think about the Real Housewives of Prison, girl. That's what it's giving. The Real Housewives of Prison, the Real Housewives of Prison. That's it. That's all you can say. Because girl, these nails are so pretty. Because girl, I don't get it. Y'all let me know. Tell me what the allure. I need the devil's advocates to get in the comments and let me know what's the allure of Karen Huger. That bitch been lying. I'm so bad over Potomac. I'm a Potomac. We are ladies of a certain Potomac. Meanwhile, your ass is over there sipping on the damn sherry, running up trees and mowing down squirrels and shit. Girl, you don't get no applause from me, you fucking drunk bitch. She did her time and then it's a girl, she could have killed somebody. And if you ain't learned the fourth time, you think she gonna learn the fifth time? I give it 18 months. She gonna be back sipping with no driver. And the fact that we have the option and the resources of having drivers, somebody come pick you up. You got your Stella Artois drinking ass down and running over. You could have ran over. You could have killed somebody or yourself. And you're like, yes, Karen is out of jail. When did we start applauding drunk drivers? When I tell you we are in it up, that's why I told you I had to unplug because if you plugged in, as soon as you plug in, it goes like this and it flips over. It's literally you're in the upside down. Anyways, I gotta go. Take care of each other, protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Please drink responsibly, live within your means, and stop trying to keep up with the Joneses for real. Because the Joneses ain't really got it either. Okay? Peace.